Hello, family. I am excited to announce the launch of Squares and Stars Network, the premier business directory exclusively for Prince Hall Master Masons, members of the Eastern Star, Shriners, and Daughters. So, what exactly is Squares and Stars Network? Like I said, it is a business listing exclusively for PHA business owners. And essentially, what will happen is a online shopper will go to squaresandstarsnetwork.com, and the homepage that you see here will come up, and the online shopper will input the product or service that they're looking for from a PHA business owner and the area. And once they hit search, a listing of those businesses that actually registered as a business listing, there will be displayed. And the online shopper will select the profile that they want to actually contact to do business with. So once the online shopper puts in the product or service that they're looking for in the area and the various listings of the registered business owners come up, this is a screenshot of what one listing will look like. Now, of course, there will be several listings if we get all of you guys to sign up. And then the user will be able to select the actual profile that they want to see more information about. So once the online shopper selects a specific business owner that they want to contact, this is a screenshot of how a business listing will look once they click that particular business owner. And as you can see, there's ways for the consumer to reach out to the business owner. They can get access to their phone number and put in a request to basically get contacted. So before we go any further, I want to introduce myself. My name is Stephen D. Compton. I am a Prince Hall affiliated Master Mason. I'm a member of Gate City Lodge number 42, the standard, free and accepted Masons in Atlanta, Georgia. I was raised in 2011, and I'm a member of several houses within our organization. The reason why I came up with Squares and Stars Network is I noticed over the years that on our group chats between all the houses that I'm in, every couple of weeks, a brother will send out a request for a brother or sister within our organization that provided certain products or services. So it could be dentist, a landscaper, a mechanic, plumber. And what would happen is that a brother would respond with a referral, and he would normally do it with a screenshot. And so a few months ago, I realized that there has to be a better way. So that is when the idea of Squares and Stars Network came to me. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 30 years. And honestly, the hardest thing to do is to acquire customers. And so essentially, that's what this is about, having a platform for us to support one another and to help grow our business. A business directory is something that we use every day. A lot of us don't know that we're using a business directory. Airbnb is a business directory. You put your property on their site for the consumers to find it, and then they click it and they do business with you. Angie List, definitely a business directory. That's very expensive. Thumbtack, same thing. eBay is a business listing. It's a directory. You put your product up, consumer finds it, they contact you, and they use eBay's system to process the payment. That's pretty much what it is. And of course, Craigslist, one of the oldest directories, does the same thing. So why is this important? Of course, having a business directory where consumers can find us to use our products or services is important. But the truth is, entrepreneurship is woven in the fabric of our PHA DNA. Prince Hall himself was an entrepreneur. He was known as a leather worker and a caterer. So I started to ask myself this question: how were we able to do so many big things 75, 100, 150 years ago with a lot less resources than we have today. And I came to the conclusion it's because we understood how to do business together. And when we came together, we were able to accomplish things like build these magnificent edifices that we have in our organization. But then I began to wonder, why are we doing so much less work with a lot more resources? Then I started doing some numbers, and I estimate that our buying power within all of our organizations are at least $2 billion. And then I asked myself, who are some of the benefactors of this $2 billion that is circulating within our organizations? And if you are like me, every couple of weeks, you get these friend requests or messages in your inbox on your social media from people like this asking you to buy some of their products. And these individuals, most of them are overseas, they're not a part of our organization, and they probably don't care about our organizations or the communities that we serve. And the biggest benefactor of some of this $2 billion buying power, one of the biggest benefactors of our organization is $1 trillion company. And as far as I know, they haven't made any contributions, any donations to our organizations so we can do more for our community. Things like scholarship funds and other projects that we have going on. And yet they're making millions and millions of dollars from our brothers and sisters buying items from them, regalia, the cart emblems, and so forth. So it's time for us to be serious about economic empowerment. $2 billion of buying power within our organization. And that's an opportunity for all of us to increase our bottom line at the same time helping our organization so we can do more in the community. And how are we able to do that? So, one way that we're able to achieve economic empowerment is simply being intentional about selecting businesses that is owned by PHA business owners. And the more that we're intentional about that, the more that we're able to capture more of that $2 billion in buying power. So here's the question: how can I find you? If I can't find your business, I can't be intentional about using you to create economic empowerment. And so the best way is through a directory that's exclusively for us. Having an online presence is the best way to attract new customers in this day and age. Currently, there's over 2 billion users on the World Wide Web. There go that number again, 2 billion users. And so, how do we increase our reach to these online shoppers? And that is the focus of Squares and Stars Network, to increase our presence to get more leads that eventually becomes customers. So let's dive in and see exactly what you're going to get when you become a member of Squares and Stars Network. You're going to increase your online presence through your comprehensive personalized web page. That's $1,000. For those that actually had a website built out, you know that you can get a website is going to cost you between $500 to $2,000. You're going to get unlimited leads sent directly to your business. Now, some of the business directories, like I showed earlier, Angie's List, Thumbtack, not only do they charge for you to be a member, some of them charge for leads. And those leads can range from $100 to $250. So that's a $1,200 value. You're going to increase your likes, shares, and comments on all your business social media pages through our social media integration. That's $300 value. You're going to also get better rankings on Google searches when we combine all of our business on one host page. And that's going to increase SEO processes. That's a $600 value. You're also going to be able to post job listings. Now, a part of economic empowerment is to be intentional about giving work opportunities to our very own. So you're going to be able to increase your online presence, get unlimited leads, increase your like and shares on your social media, get higher rankings in Google searches, and post jobs to attract new talent. That's over $2,000 in value. Now, of course, I'm not going to charge $2,000, but depending on your business, investing $2,000 to get all of this might be worth it depending on how much your product and service costs. But because this is a new launch and I'm looking for founding members to be a part of this movement, today the investment is only $57 a year. $57 a year. Now, the sites that I mentioned earlier, they charge $150, $250 a month in order to have your business listing. So if you want to take advantage of this, click the link below. Click the link below. Once you click the link, this page will pop up. All you have to do is put your email address, create a password, enter your credit card information in the secure site, make the initial investment of $57. Then immediately you're going to get an email for you to create your account. Create your account, and then you will be able to start filling in the information in your customized web page. After the founding members registration closes, anyone that signs up after that to get the same plan that you're going to get is essentially the grand plan. And that plan is $97 a year. Now, even at $97 a year, it's a great price. I mean, really, it's almost a donation. But after the registration closes, this is what someone else would pay if they don't take advantage of this opportunity. So click the link, go ahead and take advantage of the opportunity to become a founding member before the registration closes. A few years ago, I decided to increase my presence online by purchasing Google Ads. So I reached out to Google, started buying the ads, and I did start getting more calls to the agency. But the problem was the return of investment wasn't there. And so I decided to stop. So as you can see on this slide, over the last 12 months before I stopped paying Google, I spent over $4,600. Now, Google will show you how many impressions you got. They say that I got 156,000 impressions and 3,000 likes. But the truth is, the return on investment and the amount of customers that actually called was not worth the investment. And so I stopped. And what I committed to is taking what I've been investing for really a small rate of return, and I decided to invest that and more actually in building out Squares and Stars network. So let's recap what you're going to get when you become a founding member. You're going to increase your online presence. That's $1,000 value. You're going to get unlimited leads. You're going to increase your likes and shares. You're going to get higher rankings on Google. And you'll be able to post jobs over a $2,000 value. But because we're looking for founding members, the investment is only $57 a year. So all you have to do is click the link in the body or below, and then the page is going to open up. All you got to do is put your email, credit card information to make the $57 investment. You're going to get an email to start building out your web page. So take advantage of this opportunity because the registration will close once we hit a certain number. After that, then the best plan, which is the grand plan, will be $97 a year. So take advantage of the discount. Before we go, I want to answer a few questions. So I'm almost finished. Just hang in there. Do you have to be a Prince Hall affiliated Mason to get a business listing? You do have to be a Prince Hall affiliated Master Mason, member of the Eastern Star, Shriner, or Daughter in order to have a business listing. But you do not have to have any affiliation to search for businesses in your area. Do you have to have a website? And simply, the answer is no. You do not have to have a website. When you become a member, you will have a personalized web page like I showed earlier. But when you have the account, you're able to go in your dashboard, similar to a website, and see the activity. You'll be able to, like I said, create your profile, add information, coupons, and offers, but you will be able to go and see the statistics and see your leads, all of that. So it's not a website, it's a web page. But if you don't have a website, this can be in replacement of your website. So no, you don't have to have a website. How many customers will I get? Now, if I was able to predict how many customers anyone can get, I would be a rich man. But the truth of the matter is that the more of us that join Squares and Stars Network and drive traffic to the whole site, the more it increases your odds of getting more calls and leads directly sent to you. At that point, the conversion rate is going to depend on your sales tactics or the product that you have to offer. So there is no amount of customers that I can guarantee or predict, but you will be able to see in your dashboard how many clicks you got to call your business, also the activity that you got from your web page. That last question made me think about something that I experienced in the insurance industry. Um, 15 years ago, when I was working for the agent that I started with in the business, he used to bring in experts from different industries to speak to us, to speak to the sales team. And one time he had one of his friends that was doing real well in pharmaceutical sales speak to us. And after he did the presentation, one of the agents that was on the team asked him a question. And his question was, how many leads do I need to have in order to get a customer? And his answer was, at least one. And everybody laughed. But it makes sense. You can't get a customer until you have a lead. And so just keep that in mind. Leads come before customers. While we speaking about leads, I want to give you a screenshot of what I was paying for leads for my insurance agency. So this is a company that provides leads, and in a month's time, I spent $1,776, and the average lead was costing me $48 a lead, and the conversion rate was only 15 to 30%. So as you can see, most of us, for the cost of $57 a year, if you sell one customer, for most of us, you're getting your money back. So when you get the 10, 20 customers, the return of investment makes it worth it. So the fact of how many leads it takes, you have to look at the return of investment, which I know all of us as business owners, we always consider. So just to recap, when you become a member of Squares and Stars Network, you're going to increase your online presence, get more leads, increase your likes and shares on all your social media, get higher rankings on Google searches, and post job listings to get new talent. $2,000 value. Told you I'm not charging that because the launch is happening right now. You can join as a founder member for an investment only $57. All you have to do is click the link below or the link in the body. This page will pop up. All you have to do is put your email address, create a password, then you're going to input your credit card information in the secure site, make the investment of $57. You get an email, you set up your registration, and start building out your web page to start getting in some leads. So, family, I appreciate it. I really need your support. We need to be intentional about economic empowerment. Start making some money. We're the ones that's supporting the organization. We're the ones that's making an investment in the scholarship and the projects and the events and putting in all this money to do the things that we love to do. We need to capture more of that $2 billion so we can continue to do those things. So click the link below, put in your email address, create your password, input the credit card information in the secure site. The registration for the founding members is going to close once we get to a certain number. After that, to get the grand plan, what you're going to get is going to be $97 a year, which is still a steal. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.